Welcome to PC Wits Kids Tech Talk. Today I wanted to talk about the PNY 9800 GT NVIDIA card. This is part of my hardware reviews for building a performance gaming PC. Now specifically this card, it's a little bit different than the previous 9800s because this one actually has 1 gig of RAM compared to the other ones that have 512. So it'll take a little bit into the future. Now this card specifically runs its memory clock speed at 600 MHz and it has 112 stream processors. Now it is using DDR3, which is effectively clocked at 1.8 GHz. The maximum resolution is 2560 by 1600, and of course this one does heat up to about 100 degrees Celsius. It uses all the way up to about 105 watts maximum power, so you want to make sure that you have a power supply that is minimum, they say 450, but go higher. Now if you look at this chart here, you'll see that the 9800 and the 88 are very similar. That's because the architecture is almost the same. It's only the fabrication process when they made the die. They're making it a little bit smaller now, 55 nanometers as opposed to 65, but it's very similar to the HD 4830 from ATI. So those two are rivals, and later on we'll have a shootout between both of those two cards. Now this one has the same GPU as the 8800, of course, since it's using similar architecture. It has the same type of support and shader model support, and of course DirectX 10 and OpenGL 2.1 support. The standard outputs are at the back here of the card, where you can see the 2 DVIs and the 1 S-Video out. Now if we look at the card here at the top, you have support for SLI, so you can connect multiple GPUs together. That's no surprise. And of course it's using the standard PCI Express 2.0, the X16 type of interface. Now looking at the other end here, it's using the PCI Express 6-pin connector. Okay, so you will need that type of connector. And here you can see at the back, nothing special. It has the standard screws there for holding in the heatsink, and of course you could take those out and put in your own if you wanted. And looking at the card here again, you can see that the fan is actually on the left hand side. This top part is totally closed, so the air is actually blowing into the case as opposed to out of the case. So it's closed off, and the fan is on the left hand side instead of it being on the right hand side. A lot of cards have the fan on the right, blowing the air out through the slots of the case. This one actually blows in. It's a little bit different. Okay, now if we look at the box, of course when you get a box you get the standard components on the box. Let's see what this one has. It actually comes with a few adapters, the installation CD, and a game. The first adapter here is your DVI to VGA output card. Okay, so that one you need in case you have an older monitor and you want to plug that in. No problem, you've got that adapter. It doesn't have an adapter to HDMI though. It has the cable for the power from PCI 6-pin to 2 Molex 4 pins. Okay, so you can plug those guys in if you have an older power supply. And of course the S-Video, the TV out plug to composite. So if you have composite in on your TV, for example, then you can have the high def output it to your TV set and watch it on that. It also comes with a game, Frontline's Fuel of War, and you get the manual and of course the driver CD. So this is it. This is the card. I do recommend the card for the price point that it's at. In our next video we'll actually do some score and benchmarking against the ATI card and truly see how it stands in the shootout. So I thank PNY for providing me the card for review, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.